Hello, James here. Hope you guys doing well. Um, Got to show you something recently. Uh, and it's going. This time it's going to deal with the women, and you're going to be surprised what type of women their mindset is today. And it probably was probably motivating some men to not talk to women, go to another market. But here's some few videos, and I'll come back with my commentary. This is crazy. Let's start with Phil. What this woman
I'm Kareem
said.
Abdul-Jabbar. I was diagnosed with AFib. The first inkling that something was wrong.
You know, today, one thing that I can't stand, I'm seeing this over and over and over, people just aren't original at all. Case in point, you got this woman, I guess you may well call her the white Shira 7. You know, Shira can't do her stuff by herself. You know, somebody got to copy, exactly what she's trying to do, because I guess they see that she's got people following her. I mean, that it's so annoying that people are just not original today, but let's review it.
Use all men in your life. So manipulate and use all men for your gain.
First of all, why your voice so strong? Like, seriously, like, your voice is straight up strong. Where's your feminine voice? Are you a trans woman? If you're not, my lord.
If a man shows interest or a crush, use him. To get ahead at whatever that person can offer you, use anyone and everyone of the male species to get ahead in your own life. If someone is giving you a little bit of things, gifts, but it's not enough, take it and get another one. Use as many as possible, and anyone that has a crush on you, use them. For example, if you get into an Uber, if you're in a store, if you're walking down the street, if a doorman has a crush on you, get perks, use them to your advantage, manipulate and pretend you have a crush to gain and get more. Give fake numbers, phone numbers if you have to, give fake information, fake names if you...
I still can't get over that strong voice of hers. Fellas, you imagine hearing that woman talk to you every day?
Oh, hell
Especially
no.
when she's getting on your nerves. That voice, my lord, that voice is a form of torture. But, let's continue.
You have to have 5 or 6 names, 5 or 6 personalities, and that day pick whichever one you want to use to gain and manipulate from as many men as possible. Because if you are gaining from multiple men, you will end up a very wealthy, beautiful woman.
Now, you're a freaking lie. You would not end up wealthy. You would definitely not end up beautiful. No, you don't ride off to the sunset by being manipulative, being deceptive. No, you don't. Because one thing about men, they're not going to be giving up their money to you unless you're giving up something else. And the way a lot of y'all bodies are made as women, you can't have too many men running up in you and leaving deposits in you, because that affects your pH level, and then you can end up getting bacterial vaginosis and cause you to smell.
Yep.
Some of you can have these unwanted pregnancies. I mean, shoot, there's so many different things that can happen to you. Playing with men, some of these men may, make you voluntarily meet Jesus when you don't want to.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not really good advice to give to women, especially to impressionable young women. You're going to get these women hurt. You keep playing games like that, and you're going to really see it. And then usually you play these games, men find out, they know what you got going on. A lot of times men can see it. So if they want to trick off, they'll trick off with you a little bit. They give what they can get out of you and move on. But what happens to you, you end up old and alone.
Exactly.
You're going to age out. It's
Exactly.
going to happen. You're going to hit the wall. Ma'am, I don't know how old you are, but you're right at the wall. But sometimes people within your particular community, some of them have hit the wall even at 26, 27. Hello, Pearly. But that's not good advice. I don't advise no young woman to take that advice unless she, want to end up on the old school milk cartons like back in the day. Those of you know about the milk carton, your picture on the milk carton, you don't want that. Playing with some of these men. And this is why men are getting their passports. This is why men are going overseas, because they're seeing this manipulative behavior. They're seeing how they're just trying to, run their pockets, and they say, look, I can go overseas and I don't have to deal with that. Not at all. Not to say you don't have people over there that try to run that game.
Right.
But if they do try to run game, it's not going to be as much as over here. Trust me. It's not going to be as much because the exchange rate. Y'all trying to get maybe $200 from over there. They be trying to get maybe $30, $40 out you. You know what I'm saying? Dudes don't care about that. They don't care about that at all when the exchange rate is so high. I mean, if they going to just say, it is what it is, I'm going to pay for something. But let me know what y'all think, about this strong voice woman here.
This patented U.S. Special Forces device is turning men into beasts, and you can get it free today, plus shipping. It emulates 54.
I don't expect you to understand unless you've been loved by a gangster. Because if you've been loved by a gangster, then you know, baby, they don't play about you. If that man love you, baby, it's nothing like a gangster ass love. Like it's like Romeo and Juliet. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try to help you.
Okay.
You don't know what you're talking about. You know what you've been told. Right? You've been told that black men are not up to par, and that's not true.
Well, but then I have my experience and everyone.
Ma'am, 54% of black men are single and childless. That means there can't be a plethora of deadbeat dads, with over half of black men have no children. 61% are in the middle class. 30% of black men are married. That means the bulk of the children in the black community are being made by roughly less than 20% of the men. You cannot say that black men and the stereotype of the deadbeat dad is accurate. It's not even precise. It's simply untrue.
Of what percentage of...
It's simply untrue.
I find funny and interesting. If you're black, you know how it is in the community. There are men with tons and tons of baby mothers, and then there are men with no children. Right? I guarantee you watching this video right now know someone, whether it's personally, whether it's in your family, you know someone that has more than 2 baby moms.
Right.
It's normal. So this this notion that gets pushed that black men don't take care of their children, I've never understood it. Because we know it's a small percentage of men that are actually doing the damage. I mean, if one man has 7 baby moms, when do you look at baby mom number 4 and go, how did you make that decision to be the 4th? Baby mom number 5, how did you make that decision? What was going through your mind when you make that decision? But no, it's the men. Even though most men don't even have children. I don't get it.
Doing exactly what men want to do. And I'm surprised nobody picked up on this yet. Someone left in the comments underneath my TikTok video saying that less than half of the population of men are running through the same women, and the reason why women are getting the same results out of men is because they're dating the same men. But you guys want to date the same women. You guys want to date to 18 to 25 childless women. So why can't women want to date the very small population of men who are very successful? Men are only complaining about this because it does not benefit them. If women were not getting play from men and men were only dating the 1% of the population, y'all would be on podcasts still saying you gotta compete. So you know what you guys gotta do? You guys gotta compete. You tell women that comes making me believe that men are just jealous of women because they can't do what women are doing. Women are able to get knocked up by the same thing. Men would want women to share them. Because guess what? That 1% they aren't complaining. That 1% who's being shared, they aren't complaining. They're happy, they got abundance of women. So men gotta step their game up. Y'all are saying y'all want something and saying out loud every day you want Pearl, Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit. Y'all want to share the same population, but it's not happening for y'all. When y'all say, we can get an 18-year-old childless, no you can't. Because if you could, there wouldn't be no such thing as passport bros. If it was great, you wouldn't be complaining about it. If there were abundance of options, you wouldn't be complaining about it. If there was abundance of options, you wouldn't be quick to say, there are 50% of men, black men who are single and childless, y'all sleep with the same men.
I actually agree with what she's saying here. The last part especially. There aren't a large number of 18 to 25-year-old women. It's only a 7-year age range. So there isn't going to be, an abundance of those women. And then you have to take out the ones who have children. the percentage is going to be even smaller, which is why the passport bros exist. But this idea that women, especially black women, are chasing 1% guys, that's cap. I'm sorry to tell you guys, I know you probably seen it on Fresh and Fit, but it's cap. It's not realistic. Pookie and Ray Ray are not 1%. They're not any percent. They're broke, dusty. They ain't got nothing to do all day except for chase women. Those are the ones that are populating the most. Those are the ones that have the most kids. They're getting the most play, and they ain't no percent. They're broke. So what you have here is two ends of the spectrum, right? So you have the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and you have the guys that are doing well. Both of these guys are getting played, right? It's the middle ground men that aren't really getting any play. But Pookie and Ray Ray, they're doing great. But Pookie and Ray Ray, they aren't any percentage. There's just something about them, their masculinity, their toxicness, that makes them attractive. But it's nothing to do with money. You already know, poor people have children, poor people love to have kids, right? So these guys are just populating the community.
I'm gonna get into it. See, in 2014, I was dating this guy that I would consider the beta male, but now that I'm 34 and still wishing I had him, I know that he was a great Sigma male. He went to work every day, he did everything for me. He could take my narcissism, he could take my bad behavior, he could take me trying to cheat on him and always getting the fuck caught and didn't walk off and slime my ass out. But one thing about him, let me tell you something about men like that. See, when you in your mid-20s or you her age, because she's in her late 20s, because I'm only 34, you get things misconstrued. And when I say things misconstrued, when a woman starts trying to provoke a man that she feels like is not strong enough to be with her, you got mental health issues. Yeah, you got mental health issues. Because let me tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking back on that guy that was really good to me, and I used to say the same thing about him that you saying, but I was in my mid-20s, so I didn't know no better. Sometimes I go to his Instagram and it's private because he got a smart woman. And I look at him, their 2 children together. She's his fiance, now they have a home. He's helping her raise her kids. He has a great job, she has a job, and I'm sitting in an extended stay, fighting to get my daughter back.
Amid global market volatility, stock market losses, and rising inflation have left investors with few options. Investing in real estate debt on ground floor provides a low-risk way to earn high yields and have earned consistent double-digit cash returns.
Scott, what do we do now?
People are going to be looking at us. We need to act.
There's this myth out there that women mature earlier than men. And I don't know what type of maturity they're talking about. You know, maybe they're talking about emotional intelligence. I don't know. But when it comes to dating, a lot of women will spend their early 20s, you know, their late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, dating a specific type of guy, Pookie, Ray Ray. And then they will mature and realize they aren't viable options anymore because they are not reliable. And then they will want to go back to the simp that they used to cheat on, because that guy in her story was a simp. She said that she cheated and he still stayed. He was a simp, but he was a good guy. And they'll realize that, but it's too late because now you guys are in your 30s. He's off the market because he's a decent man. And as women get older, they realize that's all that really matters. Maybe in this woman's specific situation, if she just matured earlier, she would have realized that and she wouldn't be in the position that she's in.
Shouldn't say that, but whatever. I used to cheat because I would be like, I don't know, I want somebody else, and I know it's wrong, but women do cheat. And then, not even just from my own experience, the few girlfriends that I have, I can't even think of one that has told me they never cheated on their boyfriend or husband or whatever the case is. So, I mean, maybe I don't hang around with the right women, I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's a myth. Women cheat and they don't date exclusively. And women don't want you to know that because they don't want you to be worried about what she's doing. They don't want you to slut shame her. They don't want none of that. So you know they're going to be on their best behavior, so you have no clue that she's doing some shady shit.
All women definitely don't cheat, just like all men don't cheat, okay? She cheated, her friends probably cheated, you know, birds of a feather flock together. If her friends are for the streets, you already know what it is, okay? But, you know, cheating is subjective. So, you know, if cheating is talking to another guy or, you know, texting another guy past 10 p.m. when you're asleep, you know what I'm saying? She's having friendly conversation when you're asleep. That could be cheating. I don't know. But all women don't cheat, all men don't cheat. Some people cheat. It's a character flaw. She has it. Her friends have it.
So what's your body count?
You don't want to know that.
Is it more than 10?
Yeah.
More than 20?
Yeah.
More than 30?
Yeah.
A few moments later.
110. 120. What in the
We're only going by 10. Okay.
140.
Yeah.
Higher than that.
I'm a hoe.
Top tier slut.
Wait. The police? I'm not a hoe. I am an entrepreneur.
So men, when they're sexually aroused, actually act and think kind of completely different. For example, can you imagine being attracted to a 12-year-old girl? The difference in the non-aroused versus aroused state was 100%. Could you imagine getting sexually excited by contact with an animal? An increase of 167%.
I was so shocked when I first saw this video that I had to look into the studies for myself. This is a 2005 study she was referencing by authors Dan R.E. Wait a second. This is the same guy that's had not one, not two, but 4 of his studies either currently or in the past investigated for data fraud. The same guy who left MIT for conducting unethical experiments. I couldn't make this up if I tried, but the majority of this guy's research focuses on dishonesty. On the cover of one of his books, he states how we lie to everyone, especially ourselves. And he's not the only one. One of his co-authors, actually, Francesca Gino, just got put on administrative leave from Harvard due to the fact that one of their co-authored papers had fraudulent data. This article was published only 8 days ago, so this is currently an ongoing investigation with more and more of his studies coming out as fraudulent. That being said, please do not listen to this guy's research and buy his books and support him because he is finally being exposed for the true fraud that he is.
So she's since taken down that video. She came up with an apology. It was meant, she took accountability. Okay, but she already exposed herself. The idea that you can actually believe that when men get aroused, they become attracted to children and animals.
Wow.
It told us everything we need to know about how you felt about men. Congratulations. You played yourself.
My ex-husband's 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm pretty tall, so I like them tall as well.
I do get. Okay, so let's go, because the 6 feet guy, we gotta make a certain amount of money?
Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely, Kendra. My standards are very, very high when it comes to that. He needs to be making at least $500,000.
What?
500K.
Yep.
Now, let me so he has to be 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He has to make 500K.
At least, yes.
And you're the only woman.
I'm the only woman, yes.
He's faithful.
Yes.
Where you at?
I'm hoping, you know what? I feel like I can find him. That's why I'm on your show, Kendra. I'm hoping that there's someone who is at my level. So.
It said 6 foot plus, 500K at least. I don't even know what jobs. That's not a doctor. That's not an engineer. Who earns that? How can you be this old? No disrespect to her, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, I'm 26, she's older than 26. How can you be this old and be this delusional? It must be a mental illness.
Wanting princess treatment.
So this whole idea of princess treatment is actually a shaming tactic, and it's really women exposing themselves for not having any empathy and letting everyone know, I'm not going to treat these men very well. So that's what that means. The idea that you can say that, okay, this man is looking for princess treatment. Okay, so he's looking for, the treatment that a woman is supposed to get. Oftentimes that treatment isn't for you. The idea that a woman can claim certain, behaviors and act like that's only supposed to be for them is really ridiculous, because those are things that all human beings are searching for, especially in relationships, like verbal confirmation that you're interested in me, maybe a compliment here and there, a nice gesture. So to act like that's only for women and men don't deserve any of that really lets you know how a woman is going to view her mates in the future. It's not a flex. The idea that a man is supposed to chase you, no. It's the idea is two people standing in a room facing each other, and they're not going anywhere, and they're learning things about each other.
you know, and this woman gets the confirmation, he likes me, and then she says it back, and then their feelings are growing, and then they're falling deeper in love. But what these women want, for the most part, is like, you're supposed to chase me. Okay, well, it turns out a lot of women don't even respect men that chase them like that, because all the men are them, and sometimes they're hyper-focused on a man that doesn't want shit to do with them, and their ego is really in play right now, and it's actually going to be used against them. But that's a different story. And so it seems like what they want is like, I'm going to walk all throughout this house, just follow me. Men know that. Men know that that's what you're looking for, and they don't want to do it. They're like, okay, cool, you seem like a great person, I'm interested, I'm right here if you want it. And women go, oh, a man that values himself, I don't like that, he's acting like a woman. So now we're furthering like shaming tactics and be like, men shouldn't value themselves. What is this? As you get further into this, you just realize how absolutely ridiculous it is to look at a gender and say that they shouldn't want basic, nice treatment from us. That's something that they give us. We don't give that in return. When it's said like that, it sounds pretty fucked up.
I've never understood about this whole princess treatment thing, right? If there were men that were like, no, I want you to open the door for me. No, I want you to pay for all the dates. No, I would get it, right? That would make sense. That's, you know, he doesn't want to be traditional. But you guys don't want that because you want to be treated equal anyway. So you don't really want a man that's going to pay for your dates and do all that, because that wouldn't be real equality, now would it? But really, what this comes down to is modern women in the West, they don't like men who have standards because they're not used to men having standards. So whenever they see men with standards, they shame them. They find all these new ways to shame men. They're sassy, princess treatment, misogynistic, all these names, just because a man respects himself. It's crazy.
There's a shift in gender roles.
To a certain degree.
The women don't want the shift. They want to protect and provide. They are not budging on that. A lot of, especially on social media, they are not with splitting bills. They don't want to hear none of that. But they want the man to come take some of the things out of their hands and the things that have traditionally been women's role. That's my problem, is that if we're going to shift and we're going to share, let's both do it. No, not just try to keep me in a certain place, but then come take the other things off of things that you've traditionally done.
Overall, I think a lot of women just want a little bit more help. Whether you're helping to hire somebody to help her with certain things or certain services with the childcare, they want help in doing that. And I don't think that that's wrong. I think women do a lot.
Yeah, there's not been the type of income that's been coming into their homes as there is now, but the women are still saying the men are supposed to do all of this stuff and they don't want to split bills. The men need help too.
The majority of these women, these feminists, they want equality when it benefits them. When the equality is good, they like it. When it's not good, they don't like it. They want to be treated traditional, but also want to be treated equal. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they keep it up because this was going to happen next. Let's get the one guy who has a Colombian wife. See what he says. And what happened with American Women went down there.
So let's say you and your homeboy are staying at the same spot. Your girl is coming, and she's bringing a girl with her, or your homeboy. And you open the door, and you be like, damn, I want them both.
You don't know what you're doing.
Please stop thinking passport bros are dusty and broke. Let's go.
You watched my last video. I was speaking to the amount of black men that are currently in Cartagena. If you're looking for a man, just know that the reason you can't find him, a black man specifically, is because he's in Colombia already. What the numbers are looking like, and when I tell you that my whole flight was full of black men traveling, other black men, they come into Colombia, baby. That's why you can't find them. They're all here. So, just to be clear, what made this very interesting to me, and this is not my first time in Cartagena, however, my first time in Cartagena was during the pandemic, and so it just wasn't nearly as busy. So this was my first time experiencing Colombia I think in a more realistic form of just what, you know, the average flight consists of. And it was
Let me read this real fast. There's clearly a subculture of passport bros that have no issue dating the women they want in the U.S. and also enjoying something exotic as well. Boy, it's nice when you have the options. Let's go.
Extremely large amount of black men. And for reference, I'm a full-time travel content creator, which means I am traveling all around the world, often on flights all the time. And I can honestly say that it is very rare for me to see a large number of black men on a flight that I'm on. It is very, 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 very rare. So to arrive and have a flight full of men, but also to see other flights full of men, and the customs line was crazy long. So when I say that there were black men everywhere, I literally mean there were black men everywhere. But what was the most jarring to me is the realization that I think there's a lot of discourse on the internet, and there's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's just dusties, it's just broke men, it's just men that other women...
Read what she says. These men were fine. She put that text up, not me. Let's go.
Wouldn't date. I saw lots of very attractive men. I saw lots of men who looked like they had means. They looked like they had their stuff to...
The spectrum of fine was represented. Oh, I thought it was just broke dusties, fat men, short men, men that couldn't get a girl in the United States. But Shorty is breaking ranks. She's not holding the line, and she's telling, and I appreciate her. Tell the truth, Mom. What are you seeing?
Yeah, that they were dressed well. They had good luggage. Like these were.
She's even looking at their luggage.
We're not men that you're just like, oh, girl, nobody wants them. And so for me, the video really just came from the actual shock of, oh, y'all really be outside with it. Y'all are really coming to Colombia, and this is the type of time that you're on. And I say that because I didn't just see men like, okay, cool, like you're going to Colombia with your homeboys. What was the most shocking to me as I was waiting for my Uber, there were women in club dresses picking up men, and the time was very much like, oh, you've been here before, but it's your homeboy's first time.
Yo, I need to explain this to you. I was having a conversation with Roscoe P. Y'all know Roscoe P. Roscoe's a homie. I was talking to him, and I was telling him about some of the dating experiences I've had here in the United States. If I actually want to go out with you, you're already kind of upper echelon in my eyes. But I say, hey, wear something nice, put the dress on, make sure you put the dress on. And American women will get offended as do that. Offended as for real. Tell you're Colombian. Tell you're Brazilian. Tell you're Peruvian. Tell you're Dominican. Tell you're Puerto Rican. Native Puerto Rican. In Puerto Rico. Woman, hey, I'm taking you out somewhere nice tonight. Make sure you wear a nice dress and throw them heels on. And they absolutely love it. They freaking eat it up. They eat it up, y'all. It's night and day. So when Shorty here says, hey, when she says they're in their freakum dresses, looking like they're ready to go to the club, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. That little tiny thing is something that you will not get here in the United States. If I make a reservation, yo, you're gonna look nice for me. I'm gonna say it. If you don't like it, we ain't gotta go. So let's keep going.
And she brought somebody for him. And that had me like, oh, okay. There were women in club dresses picking up men, and the time was very much like, oh, you've been here before, but it's your homeboy's first time, and she brought somebody for him.
I'm gonna give y'all 60 seconds of black belt game that I shouldn't do. When you tell a Latina woman, hey, I have a good friend of mine, I want you to hook him up with somebody, and she's got to look as good as you or better, them women take that seriously. I cannot tell you the number of times I've been in country, referral system in full effect. Let me explain something to you. These women take that as a personal challenge. They are going to pull out the finest friend that they know to meet your homeboy. It's something about them. It doesn't happen here. When you're here, in the United States, and you be like, hey, why don't you hook your girl up with my homeboy? It's, oh, send me his picture. What does he do? Blah, 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 blah. And then Shorty comes in, and she's, you know what I mean?
Watch out for the big girl.
And everybody's disappointed. Somebody's got to jump on a damn grenade, and life sucks. But I'm telling you, yo, these women will bring the baddest chick they know for your homeboy. Look better than them. Look, and then they show up, bruh. So let's say you and your homeboy are staying at the same spot, like an Airbnb, right? And you know your girl is coming, and she's bringing a girl with her for your homeboy. And you open the door, and you be like, damn, I want them both. I'm not lying, LeBay, I'm sorry. I gotta keep it real on here. It's the truth. That happens all the damn time, yo. Your girl will bring the baddest broad. So when she says, what Shorty right here says, when she's like, yo, and they're bringing a friend for the new friend, it's his first time, come on, yo. It's real.
Oh, you've been here before.
Right.
But it's your homeboy's first time.
Right.
And she brought somebody for him.
Yep.
And that had me like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Ladies, y'all don't know who you messing with. I'm telling you, man, the competition is so hard out here for you. Passport Bros, hold the damn line. Hold the line. Let's go.
And, you know, I see that there's a lot of commentary about what black women look like or people's shapes and sizes. And yes, like some of the Colombian women that I've seen are beautiful. And some of them are mid and some of them are not.
Let's tell the truth. Most Colombian women are beautiful. What you consider mid, women here in the United States will call themselves a 10 out of 10. And some of them are not. All of those women are over 50 in Colombia. Let's go.
And I think women all over the world look different ways and have different body types. And so it's super fascinating to me, the energy that is just rooted in, oh, well, you know, the reason why black men are going to Colombia is because black women are not desirable. That's wild.
Gotta disagree with her there. It's not that they're not desirable, it's that you all are not cooperative. Let's put that word submission to the side because it's so radioactive with women these days. Let's use the word cooperative. Here's the bottom line. So many women, black women in particular, just aren't cooperative with men. That's what it is. I understand you say the word submissive and it gives women an out, you want a slave and all this stuff. No, let's just be like, yo, I want a woman that wants to cooperate. Once her deepest, darkest desire is to cooperate. You're not cooperative. Stop using the word submissive, gentlemen. Even though it's in the Bible and these women claim that they are, Christians and love their Jesus and stuff, but they can't deal with submission. Just say cooperation. Hey, I want a woman that has a burning, deep desire to cooperate with me. Most women.
I will say, as a woman who's been in Colombia, I also feel like the energy of men here is just predatory. I was at dinner last night, and a table full of men came up to myself and the two girls that I was having dinner with, and the energy was very much like, "What's up with it? Come through. We got a boat tomorrow." And these weren't black men. These were
what? Oh, they weren't black men being predatory? Y'all better stop. You mean to tell me that the black woman is admitting that the black men were not being predatory? Man, listen, they are going to excommunicate her from the sisterhood. It is over. Let's keep going.
These were men from Mexico, men from North Carolina who were white men, and men from other parts of South America.
Okay, so the South American, Mexican, and the white men were the aggressive ones. Let's get it.
And the energy was very much just like, we're here for a good time, not a long time. You know, that is the energy of men traveling to Colombia. And what's even more interesting is that all the black men that I saw at the airport, I ain't seen none of them in the streets.
What?
And I would only assume that's because they laying down somewhere.
Yeah. And what happened with the black men? Say it one more time, huh?
More interesting is that all all the black men that I saw at the airport, I ain't seen none of them in the streets. And I would only assume that's because they laying down somewhere.
Well. The truth has come out, and it seems that the black people are not doing the worst. I'm telling you, man, Kevin Samuels said that it's 10% of the group that needs to initiate a tipping point. Do you think we are there?
Well, gentlemen out there, get your passport. You know, these women don't want to act right. They want to keep playing the guilt game and the shame game and trying to make you feel like, oh, you incompetent, oh, you dusty, oh, you broke, oh, you. Let them keep talking. Let them keep talking. And more men gonna get their passport. Let them keep talking. They're gonna find more and more than be looking at other women, sitting around having and looking like have boo boo on their face. Let them keep complaining. It's not, you know. They really don't understand, man. That, you know, the more you complain, it's not making the situation even worse. I mean, it's making and show your face on. It's showing that other men, potential men that you might desire, that maybe might desire you. It tells them that you're something wrong with your head. What? Something's upstairs ain't right. And that's for the men who have the resources. But the one woman at $500,000, come on, man. That's unrealistic. I mean, that's so unrealistic. It's just so unrealistic and funny. And now you're seeing why men are just checking out, man. They're checking out this country. Checking out and just saying out of the dating scene here. And going someplace else. Yeah, they might take a chance on getting played and used someplace, but it depends on who you meet. And it's probably bad, but it's not as bad like women here. Women here is just like I said, one woman don't do you right overseas, you got another woman do you right. There's other places in the world that you'll find somebody who have a good character of a woman. And it's really messed up. But so it's starting to be some pushback from other women because watch what this guy said.
Do you think funding is your biggest hurdle to buying more investment
some
properties?
Women in America are starting to see what other women are acting.
Tycoon, growing your portfolio like a game.
For work. For richer. For richer. For poorer. For poorer. For poorer. For poorer. For poorer. Yeah. We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Real made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke.
Hello, welcome to Reactions and Reviews. I'm your humble host, Eze. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
You know, I see two red flags. Red flag number one, for poor. Did you guys see her reaction? And then the obey. Did you guys also see how she reacted? I know we always blame the women, you know, the women, black women are this, you know, black women are that, black women you know, they're disrespectful, they're this. But at some point, when a black man gonna hold themselves accountable? going to obey you. 2, when things get hard, she is going to leave you. She just showed this to you on your wedding day, and you are kicking and laughing. Everybody in the audience thought it was funny. That was not a fucking thing that was funny about the way this lady acted. A man with self-respect would have just said, you know what, I think, Pastor, I changed my mind. Because this same brother is going to go through hell with this woman. He's going to file for divorce, or she's going to cheat on him, and he's going to come on YouTube, come under my comment section, and start bashing black women. And I'm sure this is not the first time she has shown this side of her, but he overlooked all the red signs, proposed, and here it is on the wedding day. And he thought it was funny. So gentlemen, sometimes, man, you better simp-ass men are at fault. It's not always black women. Sometimes it's you lames. You made it this far. Hit that like button and leave a comment to trigger YouTube's algorithm. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to grow. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to let you know every time I upload a new video.
You're troubled? You belong in a psych ward, and I pity you greatly.
TikTok is very toxic, very, very toxic, especially when it comes to bashing black men. So every once in a while, it's good to come across some posts by some sisters that are tired of the way black women, well, American black women, because I know how you guys like to correct me, the way American black women always bash black men. So it's good to see some sisters that sometimes speak up against it.
I attended a women's event the other day, and in order to further the women's empowerment, thinking this was going to be like, you know, and it was going to be good, right? Wrong. So the lady who was spearheading this event felt the need to discredit black men in order for the furtherance of black women. Problem for me. In order for one particular group to be furthered, it doesn't mean you've got to discount or discredit the other one. There are people who actually try to make women that have loving partners feel bad because they receive love and because their partner likes to take care of them. And while there are plenty of us who are able to, you know, make our own money, do our own thing, we still can rely on our spouses. There is nothing wrong with that, ladies. Let me tell you that. And do not ever think for 1 minute that a hurt woman is going to pour into you and uplift you in the right way. What will happen is they will pour and project onto you how they feel or view men as a whole simply because they're bitter. And I always say this, you cannot grow, you cannot learn anything other than how to not be a bitter person from a bitter person. So this woman's means of furthering women, namely black women, was putting down black men, which to me, big no-no, because we don't have one without the other. And it's interesting to me how quickly we are the race that's willing to dismiss our men just like this. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? I really do not like that. And for me, it's a big deal because we have people like this that are putting poison in the ears of other women, and it is causing an even greater divide. And while people's experiences may be different from place to place, time, season, you know, whatever, there is still a need for both, period, men and women.
Adding this to water before breakfast can lower high blood sugar levels. Thousands of people are bringing down their blood sugar levels and torching fat with what?
Period. Men and women. I guess it was just meant for me to talk about this topic because somebody sent me a DM requesting this topic, and then I scroll down TikTok and I see this video. Anyway, watch this.
When you have a father in your life, like myself, when you watch a man take lead, like growing up, you want those type of principles when you look forward to a man. And if my dad is head honcho of my house and is taking care of shit, then I'm expecting to come in my life and do the same thing.
Women will often say that about a man, like he has to live up to the standards of my father. But when a man says, I want the woman to live up to the standards of my mother, I'm not here to be your mother, then you got mommy issues and all that. So why is it different when a man looks for expectations in a woman that he sees in his mother?
Y'all can try to argue all day long about this, but what he said was true. Let me just start out by saying, ladies, if you have a father or a father figure in your life wrong with that whatsoever. You learning from your father how to be treated by a man is actually a good thing. But you also have to understand that men who have mothers, those mothers are going to be teaching their sons what to expect from a woman. Because y'all love saying, I'm not about to cook and clean, I'm not his mama, yada yada yada. But if a man were to say, it's not my job to provide and protect because I'm not your dad, see how f***ed up that sounds? Y'all gotta stop with this attitude of I'm not his mom, so I'm not about to cook for him, I'm not about to clean up, I'm not about to do laundry because I'm not his mama. Especially if you the type who will get mad if he uses that same logic in reverse on you.
Exactly.
You guys remember the Latrulth and Brianna saga? The mess saga where she called the cops and said that he beat her and he had a gun, and then the world found out she lied. The world owes that man an apology because we tore him apart. We tore him down. We beat him down. I know I did. My brother, I'm sorry. Now that we know that the truth is out there and she lied and the lies keep coming and the lies keep coming, she should be ashamed of herself.
When women are disrespectful towards men, do you know what that really displays? That displays the disrespect that she has for herself. She does not feel good about something about herself, therefore she has to point the finger and show you disrespect. What needs to happen is she needs to do the work in here so that way she can learn how to control her emotions. So that way she doesn't go around disrespecting men all the time and point the finger at men all the time.
A discussion that's long overdue. I'm tired of hearing is power. It's trash. Throw it out. It's a gabillion good out here. If your man gives you a blueprint and tells you, this is how I want you to love me, this is how I want you to tend to me, cater to me, nurture me, whatever, so that I could be content in this relationship, why are you not listening? You don't go to a job and they give you the job description and you wing it. So why are you winging it in your relationship and expecting the man to, be loyal to you? I'm confused. But you want a man to love you in your love language. Women need to stop that one-sided ish. I can't stand it. I don't like it. If you two choose to come together and y'all verbalize things, why not respect it? Don't you think that would make the relationship go much easier?
Now, what do you guys think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Either way, leave your comments below so we can start.
Finally, some women, thank God for some women to finally see through the bull crap. These women are that keep complaining and whining and saying, like the one woman did earlier, saying use men.
Talk to me.
Use men and things like that. She's in the world of they're gonna be in the world of trouble, and no man's gonna deal with that. And when she don't realize men catch on things like that, and then if you turn around and use it, make some men bitter and kind of distrustworthy because you take a female like a Sheba 7 or that woman and saying something like that. It makes some men feel distrustful. See, some women don't think about some of the things that they say out here, and then they exposing themselves by giving bad advice. So your face is out there. So when that man say, "Hey, I recognize you from somewhere," yeah, what you that woman on TikTok giving bad advice and everything? That's towards the white female, and they gonna remember that. And like I said, some are gonna grow old and alone, and being bitter. And the bitterness is not the way to go. Trying to manipulate or use somebody, and just because, like the women, those last that segment saying, there's a time and season that, hey, but you don't have to take it out on somebody else who had nothing to do with your situation. And a lot of women do that. They get with a kinder dude that was not like the previous relationship with their kid's father or previous boyfriend or husband, and they want to take it out on the good dude that had nothing to do with the situation. So you're only gonna hurt yourself because you're gonna ruin that relationship because he's only gonna take so much. I don't care how nice, how even passive. Everybody has a certain limit. Everybody has a certain limit. Like, forget this. I'd rather keep my sanity and deal with some crazy woman that want to be picky. It got to be this way, got to be that way, and have a champagne mind with a ghetto budget. Who wants somebody like that? And like I said, some of these women are gonna be lonely, man. You're gonna see a segment of women in America and other Western countries is gonna be lonely. But I believe what that guy said by 2030, not because it's because of what they have projected at men. No man's gonna reverse his role for a woman. Ain't no straight alpha male from any walks of race of life. A man is not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. And if you don't, because some men know that as see men that a lot have to happen, he don't get no respect. He's not gonna get the adoration, the love, and respect from his woman. So you can try that mess if you want, but that man gonna get tired. Some men are patient. Some men get certain tolerance, but some men go say that's it. And I hope you don't get the man that want to put his hands on you. I hope you don't get that type of man, because some men would go to that degree. I'm telling you. Some of these women giving bad advice, man. And that's for the first couple videos earlier. Don't do this. And so you're going to see a lot. And you heard what that one woman said. And like I said, what you think is lame and corny and dusty and don't measure up to your thug standard, somebody else going to take it. Some other woman going to take it in the world. Because they don't want the thug. See, that's the thing about it. They don't want thugs. There's probably thugs in other countries, but them women don't want no thug. A lot of them don't want no thug. No man that's a thug. They want a man that have character. I don't know why some Western women here don't understand that. Some of them don't want the bad boy. I don't know why some Western women here don't understand that. But, you succumb and give it to him. He got to argue and bounce around with you for the next 10, 20, 30 years of your relationship. I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. In their own mind, they think that's normal, part of a relationship. But they're going to lose in the end. Men are checking it. I'm telling you. When the man said that's it, you could be sitting back there screaming and hollering and trying to throw every insult at this man, but it's not going to stop him from going. They're going to use you, they're going to manipulate, and there's some men been used, and that's true. They're taken advantage of, but that's just it's probably worth of him to take a chance overseas and deal with something here. So I saw a video about that earlier. I understand, man. You get to a certain time, dating here in the United States, in America, in Western countries is a trip, man. It's a trip when you meet out there. And even when you think you got someone's halfway decent, maybe you need to go to church. You got some women in the church they're scandalous. So you got to make sure she's right by the Spirit. Just because someone go to church don't mean that they're ready to be in a relationship. They ain't ready. They haven't learned to submit to the Most High God in ways. And that's where it starts at. Because that's how God sets it up. So when that woman's ready to submit by his standards, not by man's standards, then she gets the husband. And just like if the man be ready to provide, he'll have the wife there. Simple as that. Otherwise, that relationship is not going to be blessed. It's going to go to look how many people, check this out. Look at your very famous rich people. Why is it that they get a divorce? They get everything in the world, and still have a high income. Why do some of the celebrities? Because some of the celebrities get divorces. Big millionaires and billionaires get divorces. Because sometimes it's about relationship and character. If you don't have someone that don't love you, don't want to stick next to you, that tells you a whole lot. Then it means that they're for alternative reason. Now the woman that's asking for $500,000, she don't know what love is. Asking for $500,000 because she lives in an unrealistic world. And there's a lot of Western women like that. They live in an unrealistic world. That's why they can't find a man that would love them as God would love them. That's why. Because they feel entitled. And that's why they're going to lose in the end to other women in other places. So, it's something to think about if a woman ever come across this video. Listen to the women on the latter end of the video. Don't listen to the women on the beginning of the video. Because if you don't, you're going to lose out. And it's not to bash women. It's just to show you what kind their mindset is about when it comes to men. That's why some men are checked out of the day. These men don't even talk to women no more. You know. And then it's like there's a shortage of there's going to be a shortage of sperm and sperm bank counts. Because can I give you a little secret? Let's say you're a man, listen to me, that you do not donate your sperm. What if there might be a law in a law that person can come back on you and get child support, even though you never consummate the relationship with it? They might find a law in a court of law that make you pay child support, but you didn't even lay with the woman, but you have an income, and some court can say that. What and who you gonna prove? Because you know, is there anything with that? So let's submit. If you don't want to be stuck with child support, and you're a man, that don't give your sperm to the sperm bank. I'm telling you, that might be the next thing that's coming down the light pipe, and you be stuck with your child. You never consummated a relationship with that woman. The clinic insert did. Think about it. But anyway, it's just men, think about what I'm saying. So until you find a woman that got some sense, hopefully she's here, but she's not. Just be careful. You know what to do. You know what a user is. You know a manipulator, a crafter. You know the signs. God give you the signs. Just be careful. Watch, protect your heart. You know, don't get so emotional. Protect your heart. Use your head. You know, use your head. Use your discernment. That's how you're gonna succeed. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen. Just be wise, man. Just be wise. Be careful and take that advice. Don't give your sperm to the sperm bank. It might be in a legal court law. You might have to pay for a child that you didn't consummate a relationship with. Just think about it. And another thing is, and if you live with somebody that you're not married, they can get half your stuff too. Have your own place. That's true. All right then. So hope you take these tips, young men. If you listen, believe me, they're gonna do it. All right then. Take care. Be blessed. See you on the next video. Share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.